My website is back, and it's time to talk about this. Now, personal branding is something that a lot of people struggle with, and I don't understand why. I mean, it's pretty much what you are. Dang, it's kind of hot up in here. But like I said, it's what you are and who you are. And this right here is my business card. It's not the typical business card. It's not what you would find all the time. It's just like my logo, my name, my YouTube, and my website. And then on the front, it's the Rod Man. And I wanted to talk to you guys on the reason why I got this design like this. Well, actually, I designed it and why I actually did it like this. Now, this is something that we talk about a lot in graphic design school, which is what's your personal brand? What are you doing? What are you going to major in? What are you going to specialize in? What you are and what your interests are and what we're going to expect from you when we come to you for designs, what we can ask you for. And that's the reason why I got this design like this. You know, I wanted to do it like this because when people see me, they're going to know me as the guy that designs t-shirts. They're going to know me as the guy that will design clothing lines. They're going to know me as the guy that design websites for clothing lines and give SEO and illustrative design for clothing lines. They're going to think about me when they're like, I need a logo for my clothing line, you know? Now, of course, my hair on the Rod Man and my hair nowadays don't match. So that's something I'm going to be working on. If you guys want me to do that live, let me know in the comment section below. I want to know because I think I want to do a rebrand the Rod Man live. Something, I don't know. I want to do it live. There's going to be Robert 4.0 going forward, which is, wow, this kind of a long time. Like, I've been doing YouTube for about a year, and now I'm on the 4th version of my actual branding. But that would confuse people if they were just to see this on the ground somewhere, pick it up, and then they'll see me as a mop head, you know? And that's what you guys need to think about with your personal branding. Like, what connects to what, and how does that connect to you? I have this really nice business card that is like clothing brand, and it has my logo man on it, and it has where I want them to go, which is not typical because I don't have like my phone number out there. I don't have my Instagram account. I don't have my Twitter account. It just says Loyale, Illustrator graphic designer. You know, it has like my signature on it just a little bit. It has where you can find my work, which is on YouTube, and it has my portfolio. And that's what I want. I want people to go to my YouTube channel. I want them to go to my portfolio. And from my YouTube, I can squeeze them into like my Instagram and Twitter. And then in my website, I can squeeze them into my YouTube. You know, so it's just a big circle, you know? My website funnels into like my YouTube, which funnels into my Patreon supporter account, which I've been uploading more on. So if you guys want some mock-ups, boom, it's there. If you guys want some vector graphics that actually my vector graphics, boom, you can get off my Patreon account. I'm even more social on there now. Like, I'm talking to more people and I'm actually answering questions and stuff like that, and I'm sending you guys DMs and stuff like that, so you guys know that I'm putting new things up. And that's how you guys got to think about this type of thing. So you have your personal branding, what you do, what we're gonna know you for, and then you have a funneling system. And I hope that actually helped you guys out. So over here on Illustrator, like, I like to open up a regular document, which is just a pre-generated document for business cards. And then I just kind of sectioned this out in 2 different sides. So now that I explained this business card and personal branding and funneling, I want to show you guys how I actually made this business card. Now, the first thing about this is that everything here is vector, all right? I wanted to show you guys that even the background, like if I hover over things, as you can see, the whole background has a select point. So I'm just gonna go ahead and select like one of these points, and as you can see, boom, it turns green. It is what it is. It's a vector, so that's what it is. I like to have vector textures and stuff like that because those textures will be pixelated, distorted, and all kinds of stuff if it wasn't. All right, and that's the same thing with the Rod Man. The Rod Man is selectable. Everything in here is selectable. The stroke, if I come down here, is its own actual vector and stuff like that. Even the hole that I actually left out in the actual design is a vector, okay? All of this stuff is a vector. When I go ahead and turn on the guides, as you can see, everything is aligned proportionately and correct. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys are like, okay, but this circle is not in the actual alignment. We have an actual guide going straight through this, but it's not centered in this actual box over here. Why is that? Once this gets printed, they're gonna cut the bleeds out, which the bleeds is pretty much just the margins. They're gonna cut all this out, and then once that's done, this little rectangle here, which I'm just gonna go ahead and take the rectangle tool and just draw out. This rectangle right here is all that matters, okay? And as long as this circle is in dead center of this rectangle, we're good with that. You can see that there's a flaw here, all right? These 2 lines are actually in the margin that might get cut off, so you guys wanna watch out for that. What I ended up doing was I ended up shrinking this down and actually putting it through. So all of this got shrunk down and it was able to get printed in the right way where it actually worked out. Everything else in here is a vector. The wording is a vector. Everything here is a vector. So when I go and print this, there's no pixelation, there's nothing. It just works out correctly. Okay, so here we are, and I have this design right here. Now, this design was one that I left specifically out so I can show you guys how I did this, because you know, to go from this to this is a very long process. And I need this eyelet right here. Now I got a pack of these, 50 for like, I think it was like $5 or something like that. You can find these at Joann Fabrics. You can find them at Hobby Lobby and all that stuff. Not even all that expensive. I need some string and eyelet hole puncher, okay? And this thing here is pretty cool. See, like, you have this little thing here that penetrates the hole, all right? So if I clamp down, you can kind of see it happening. It comes out and it penetrates whatever goes inside of that. Then once that happens, I can put the eyelet in, and then I can punch that in, and then I can go ahead and put the string in, and we can have our final results. I accidentally took the guide off when I got this printed, so there is no print guide here, okay? I actually have a guide where I guess I kind of punched it in the right direction, and I can use this over this when I punch this in. So I'm gonna go ahead and line this up. I inserted this in here to where I can just go ahead and clamp it down. Now the hardest part about this is getting the eyelid in here correctly, so I'm gonna drop the eyelid in and then punch the eyelid down. And we get something a little bit like this, okay? So all I need to do is just put the string in real quick, which is kind of hard and annoying in its own. So I have to make a loop, and the loop that I like to do is kind of like my own loop. So what I'll do is I'll make a T like this, all right? And then I'll pinch it down so it goes over this one right here. It makes like a nice little knot. Then I'll take this loop here and come back around to make a double loop. So it's gonna look a little bit like this. Then with the extra tail, that's gonna go through both these loops at the top. So it's gonna go in like this, and then I can just tie them up tight. Then I can take the remaining two and make a knot. Now if this is too long like it is, I'll just knot this one up as well by holding my finger out like this and just kind of tying it up like this. And we get something a little bit like this. And that's pretty much it, you guys. So if there was anything to be learned today, it's more about how you guys can use your personal branding to funnel into things that you actually want and what their personal branding is. So I'm a graphic designer for t-shirt designs. I'm a graphic designer for clothing lines. I make logos, I make websites, but all I want people to know is that I'm an illustrator and graphic designer, which is two very general things for clothing lines. So this is why my business card looks like this. If you guys need my help with that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit me up on Instagram. Matter of fact, go to my website and I would love to help you guys out. So if you're excited for that, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hey, I do this all the time. As a matter of fact, bail me so I know it's real. But with that being said, you guys, I have to get up out of here. So stay amazing, stay creative, above all else, stay awesome.